This AI handles 90% of my Nigerian tax work. I don't understand how the new tax law, and I don't need to because I built a system inside of ChatGPT that helps me to handle the research, it handles interpretation, the confusion, and all of it. I just make the final decision, and in less than 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can build that same exact thing. Let's go. Now, let me be very honest with you. The new tax law is real. The confusion is real. But the problem is that most business owners right now are doing 100% of the mental work. You see them watching hours of videos from one YouTube channel, from one podcast to the other. They are guessing whether they are doing the right thing or not. Stressing about what is VAT, thing, monthly fining, receipt deductions, etc. And the truth is that you don't need to become a tax expert for you to stay compliant. You just need the right system that is thinking alongside with you. That is what we call the 90-10 philosophy. That's where you let AI handle 90% of the work, the research, the interpretation, the documentation logic. You just handle the final 10%. That's the decision, the action, and the real compliance. Now, this does not mean that you are going to be avoiding tax. No, that's not what this video is about. But it's about you not getting drowned in the old drama around it. Because here's what is actually happening. The new tax law is not about how much you will pay, but it's about whether you can prove what you have spent, whether you kept the right receipt, whether you filed it on time, even if you didn't owe anything that particular month, whether you understand what counts as a business expense and what does not. And if you are sitting there, you are thinking, I'll figure it out. Let me tell you, you are setting up yourself for trouble you don't need at all. Now, this is what I did differently. I did not hire a tax consultant, no. I did not spend hours reading through legal documents, but rather I built a Naija Tax Brain inside of ChatGPT, and it knows the new Nigerian tax reforms. It knows the actual rules, not just the rumors, and it knows my specific business questions, how to explain things in plain English. And this is what it does. It answers all my questions that has to do with tax. It pushes back when I am going wrong, and it saves me hours of confusion. And you can build that same exact thing in less than 10 minutes. First, it is going to be personalized. It's not some generic tax video for all Nigerian and different type of people. No, it's going to learn about your business, your questions, your confusion, and it's going to respond to you just based on your own need. The second is that it's always available for you. It's not going to be, you are not going to be waiting for one accountant to reply you, and you are not going to be Googling to hoping you will find the right answer. Once you ask, it's going to answer you right away. The third thing is that it's based on actual sources. It's not going to be based on rumor. It's not going to be based on WhatsApp brokers messages you have been receiving, and it's going to be real tax reform documents, real explainer videos, real expert breakdowns. You fed it with the knowledge, it organizes it for you. The fourth thing is that it follows the 90-10 philosophy, where you outsource 90% of your tax to your personalized AI, and you handle just 10% of what really matters. It does the heavy mental lifting for you. You just need the final call. So let me show you how to build it. So open your ChatGPT. You can just go to chatgpt.com. Then you come to this your left hand side. You see where it says new project. So you just click on new project. So you can just give it a name. I decided to call my own Naija Tax Brain. Then you come to this setting at the top here. Then you change it to project only. This is very important. You have to just go ahead and click that. Then you click on create project. So the next is to give it the right instruction. This is actually where you're going to tell ChatGPT how to think and how to respond. You don't want it to start acting like a generic AI. You want it to act like your personal Nigerian tax expert, someone who explains things in plain English, who understands Nigerian business context, who pushes back if you are making mistake, and it stays practical, not theoretical. So, but you don't need to worry yourself. I already make everything you need available for you in the description of this video. So another most important thing is to add the knowledge base. This is very important because this is actually where you're going to add the learning materials that this particular AI is going to use. You don't want it to start giving you random response. You want it to give you answers that are going to be from authentic sources. So you can actually use YouTube video transcripts. You can get government tax PDF. Like you can go to blog posts from official FIROS or tax expert site, and any detailed trustworthy resources you can find. You can go there and extract those informations from there and feed it into your particular AI. Now ChatGPT is going to read it, it's going to understand it, and it's going to use it to answer your questions. And this is actually where most people messed up big time. They upload random PDF or just paste text without any structure, and the AI gets confused. It gives them vague answers, and sometimes it even go ahead and contradict itself. So let me show you exactly the type of files that work and how you can format them properly. For my own version, I use two different YouTube videos. I use this particular detailed breakdown of the tax reform, and the second video I use is this one from Channels TV, where Mr. Taiwo Yedele addresses so many of the myths concerning this tax stuff. At least those two are authentic to me because it's coming from the right sources. So you can also get other document from the official FRORS site. There are some ebooks and some PDF files that they release that has most of this information, so you can download those ones, and that will serve as your knowledge base. That is why ChatGPT is going to get the information that is feeding you with. You don't want it to go and be searching random things from blog sites and start feeding you with. You want it to give you information that are genuine from the source. So that's very important. So what I did is that I converted these videos into transcripts, and I converted the transcript into Markdown file. Markdown files are the files that ChatGPT reads and understands very well. Every other format that you send to it, it struggles with it. Sometimes it doesn't read them exactly. So, but Markdown files, it's just the perfect file format for it. But I know you may be wondering, how do I do that? I don't even know how to transcribe the video. I don't even know how to convert to Markdown file. And that is why I have actually kept those links for you in the description of this particular video. Once you just go there, it takes you to an opt-in page where you can just enter your name and your email. And I'm going to send you a Google Drive link, this particular one now. It contains two Markdown files. Look at the two video transcripts now, both of them, and also the instruction that you're going to add into your ChatGPT. So I'm just going to download the Markdown files. So these two now, you can just right click and say download. I already have it on my screen. There's no need to download the second time. So you download both of them. Then the instruction file, will copy the instruction file. I'll just copy it. Then I'll open my ChatGPT. So what I'll do is that I'll just go and drag and drop the files. Those two Markdown files will just download it. I'll drag it from my system and I'll drop it inside here. Then the next is to add the instruction files. And I'll come here and say instruction. Then I'll paste that instruction here. So if you have created your own AI thought partner, you can go ahead and upload that document into this particular place as well. It's going to help this particular one now to understand your business, to understand your offer, to understand what you are doing, so that it's going to give you information that are tailored to you. But if you've not done that, I'm going to show you how to do that in a jiffy. Just stay with me. So, but before we continue, let's test this thing and see if it works. So to test it, you can just go ahead and start chatting with it. But why chatting when you can actually use voice note? So I'm going to use my phone for this. It's more interesting. But if you're using your system, you can just click on this place that says use voice mode. Once you click on it, allow it to load, you can start talking with it and it's going to be responding to you. Alright, so I'm going to switch to my phone now so that I can use my phone to see it, so that you're going to see how interesting it is. Alright, for my specific business, I want you to tell me how these tax of a thing affect me.
Alright, Cordy, let's get precise. Based on the Nigerian Tax Act 2025 and the recent reforms we pulled up, here's how these changes will specifically affect your ecosystem. ProMage Studios, ProMage Marketing and Media Limited, and Videoschool.ng. According to official guidance, as explained by Taiwo Oyedele and the recent tax acts, for your brands that are incorporated, like ProMage Marketing and Media Limited, there's a strong push toward digital compliance. The government's using tools like BVN and NIN to track income and ensure everyone's on the grid. That means your businesses will need to maintain transparent records and be ready for digital. Now, you see how the system handles 90% of the work for you, but you are still owning the 10% of what really matters. That's the final decisions, hiring help when you need one, and actually filing and also staying compliant. Now, that's what we call the 90-10 philosophy, and you just saw it work for tasks. But here's the thing, that response wasn't generic. It knew my brand, it knew my offer, my business logic. That's because I don't use AI randomly. I actually built an AI thought partner, which is my personal assistant that runs 90% of my business, so I stay focused on the 10% of what truly matters. So if you want that same 90-10 leverage, not just for your tax, but for your entire business, use that second link in the description. That link gives you the ESA framework I've used to build an AI that syncs with you across your content, your offers, your strategy, your decision making. AI handles your execution while you keep control. If you are very serious about leverage in 2026, use that second link in the description to become a 10%er. That's someone who builds his own personal AI assistant that handles 90% of your work, so that you can just focus on the 10% of what matters. Look, I'm not a tax expert. I'm an AI system architect, and this is how I solve my problem. And I'll see you in the next video.